quite some time now. And one of the issues that you'll all agree with me is that for any organization to survive, for any organization to grow, it has to have a marketing department. Whether an SME, whether a corporate, whether a multinational, the marketing department is a core for every organization. And as marketing has been happening, marketing happens in a very dynamic way. The customer or the client of
Hello, Mr. Frederick. I believe we have lost you. Okay, friends, we have lost Frederick, our expert today. So we shall have a look at something even as he joined our session and just shortly. Sorry for the inconvenience, the network issues that we are facing at the moment. So we'd like also to introduce to you our programs. Remember this training is coming to you courtesy of Capable Limited. We are a training and consultancy, management consultancy firm that is based in Nairobi, Twiga Towers. You can visit our office. You can inbox us at info@Capable Limited, and we'll be able to assist you accordingly. So I've shared something on the screen. I've shared something on that is related to our session today. Remember, we also have a discount for groups of 5. We charge half the price. That is 49,850 per person instead of 99,850. We charge half the price. That is 49,850. So in case you if in case you require any of our programs, you can visit our website www.capable.com. You can download our calendar. You can also request for a tailor-made program to your preferred venue and place, a venue and time and place and date, so that we may be able to help you deliver and also ensure that you grow professionally. So I've shared the calendar in my screen. We can go through it. We can look at it. Even as we wait for the expert Frederick to rejoin shortly. We have this strategic marketing. We have these strategic marketing techniques, AI, and communication skills for impactful customer relationship excellence. We also have a training on good customer and also solving customer complaints that we face on a normal today basis: customer service, customer complaints, and also emotional intelligence on how we can also grow and help our clients effectively. So I can see our expert has joined us. I will welcome him so that he can continue from where he had stopped. Roderick, kindly you can proceed.
So, as I was saying, that you find that marketing has been there. The survival of the marketing, the survival of a corporate or an organization depends on how well we are able to market, how well we are able to stay up to date with what is happening. We have to make sure that we are able to get to the customer in the most convenient way and without much struggle. And as we market, because we have to market our organization for them to survive, one of the issues that have come up in the recent, in the latest past, is the issue of AI. We will not be able to run away from artificial intelligence. It is an improvement of where we have been for many years. We are now able to do so much in a short period of time. So the question is, for you as an organization, how do you take advantage of AI or any other modern technology to grow your brand? How do you make sure that the technology that is there now does not run you out of the market? So in today's session, we will be having three major objectives. The first one is, of course, is to understand how AI is going to shape modern marketing. How do we make sure, or how is AI going to shape marketing today? You find that even a small corporate that might not have a lot of resources, through the use of AI, they can be able to target their customers quite well. They can be able to have perfect, extremely tailor-made messaging, very perfect. Then which are these key tools that we can use to make sure that we understand? For example, when we are doing imaging, when we are doing messaging, when we are doing videos, there are various tools that we use. And there are so many, so we are going just to go through a few of them. And of course, learn how do you take advantage of AI to grow your business or your brand. One of the things that in marketing you have to notice that brand equity is a key to success of any organization. The perception that your products are better, the perception that this organization offers quality is a perception. It may not be a reality. Most of the time, it's just a perception. And that is why someone is willing to pay more to come to your organization. Is a perception that is there, that is a reality that you have created, that your products are better. So how do you use AI to make sure you stay in that line? Of course, to achieve those objectives, we go through various agendas. The agenda of the day, the first one is to do, of course, an introduction to AI in marketing. We also look at AI technologies in use. we can have a few real case studies. Of course, as AI is here, there are challenges and ethical issues. Today, people use AI for both good and bad reasons. Today, I can tailor-make a message that you have sent me a lot of money and also create a WhatsApp chat using AI on how you are convincing me to do something to you. So you find that ethical concerns will have to come up. Of course, we shall look at how we can implement AI for strategic implementation. Strategy, the long term. How do we make sure that we use AI for long-term survival, 5 years, 10 years? An organization survives by focusing on the future. But what do we want in 5 years? How much growth do we anticipate? And what do we need to do to get where we want? You want your organization to move from Kenya to East Africa to Africa, maybe to the entire world, through various means that you can do, exports, and many others. So you find that how can you use AI to be able to predict where you're going? As a basis of introduction, the first thing we ask ourselves is, what is AI? Or how does AI work? You find that we're using machines to perform human-like tasks. We are trying to make the machine think like someone. You find that you can tailor-make an email using AI. You just give them the topic, what you want, and then it's able to generate to you a human-like text. So the question is, that is what we call that is AI in general. You want to have a certain background. You can take away the background that was there and insert your own background through AI. So these are things that initially were being done by people. So AI is replacing people. But how do you make sure that AI does not only replace you, but makes you work better, makes your organization work better? Of course, we note that there are algorithms that are used to automate and optimize marketing tasks in AI. If today you log in an app like TikTok that uses AI a lot, and you log in my TikTok, you will find that what you see there and what is in my TikTok is different. Why? Because they try to think, what are you searching? Then they can be able to predict what is it that interests you. If you search a lot about history, geography, that is what you find in AI. You'll find issues about space. If you search a lot about politics, you'll find that TikTok gives you issues to do with politics. So whatever you are looking for, they start giving you that. So you become so much addicted because it has been customized just to bring to feature what interests you. And it's so real time that if you start changing your thinking and you start searching something else, they start introducing that concept. You start getting those status again and again and again. So you find that we are moving from rule-based automation to machine learning and predictive analytics. You find that for rule-based is where if, for example, you log in the system or in your email, just there below you'll find if that forget your password, click here. So that is role-based. They're using your own intelligence. You have to be the one doing the tasks. In machine learning and predictive analysis, we try to think or to predict what is it that this person wants. You find as you start, they will have very general information about you because you'll have typed your name, the place where you live in, your age bracket, and the machine will try to focus on someone from that area. What is it that would be interesting them as they log in this system? So now they will try to give you that. But as you keep on searching, now they will have to keep on tailor making what they want, and what they want, and what they want. So as a customer to that app, for example, TikTok, you find yourself you are so addicted because it gives you exactly what you want. And that is what institutions have to do. That as you develop products, as you offer services, you have to predict. AI will enable you predict what exactly is your do your customers want. As you write an email to your boss, as you write an email to your client, AI will enable you tailor-make that because you'll have to give them, it gives, you share the information of who is that client. Write an email to my client on this issue. The client owes me this amount. The terms of services are this. So they will develop a message that is so particular to that client to the level that the client will feel, if in fact will set the tone that you want. Be humble, be respectful, be commanding, depending on what do you want from that client. You'll be so specific that the customer will feel catered for. And we realize that AI is now central to digital advertising, content creation, customer service, and market analysis. As you do digital advertisement, you find that AI has taken the center stage. The adverts, and that is why the traditional advertisement is being pushed to the corner. You find that you'll pay an advert to appear at prime time during news. But it won't have a lot of demographics, the specific demographics of who are going to watch that advert. But for digital advertisement, you can be able to tell exactly who are you targeting. You are targeting kids. Which are these things that kids watch? They're watching cartoons. Which age group? Because even cartoons have age groups. You find that this is for below 5, below 10, that way. So digital advertisement cannot run away from AI. When you talk about content creation, you cannot create content without thinking whom you're targeting. You have first to use AI, or you can use AI to see what is it that your target clients want. If you realize what your clients want, then again, that you're able to create content that relates well with your clientele. When it comes to customer service, we no longer do mass messaging, one message for all of us. No. You are able to create messages that are specific to individuals, that have a name and everything about that individual. That customer will feel so satisfied because this message is targeted towards me. It's not a general message that has been sent to me. AI in marketing, again, can enable you to do a lot of market analysis. The use of AI will enable you monitor what your competitors are doing. We have agreed that we are not alone. We have agreed that we are targeting the same clients. So many of us, we are competitors. In one field, you will find over 70 customers, over 70 companies offering the same product. For example, how many universities we have? We find that we have over 70 universities, both local and regional, and the ones that are targeting our students here. They're going to offer the same courses, the same everything. So how do we go about it that makes students come to an institution and not go to any other institution? So how are we shifting from traditional marketing to the AI-driven marketing? You find that traditionally we used to do a lot of manual data analysis. The Excel sheets was the mother to our analysis. You type a lot of data there. We are trying to get the means, the modes. We are trying to get, how do we predict what happens? That was so manual. Now we are trying to automate that once you feed the information, the system gives you the insights. What is it that you are looking for? The system can be able to give you that. We are moving from mass messaging. Companies no longer do a lot of mass messaging where you're sending one message to all customers that we offer this product on this day, on this day, on this day. You really have to understand first, we have to personalize, understand which customers are interested in that product for that particular day. Who are the potential customers so that we can personalize this message? You find that our customers, if you're selling products, you're selling over 5 products. You have a database of all the customers, but they want specific products. So you find that as you market, you are going to market and personalize your message to a specific group of customers, not to all customers. We stop being reactive. You know, traditional marketing sometimes is so reactive. But you just realize there's something in the market and you try to develop a plan on how to go about it. AI enables you to predict what is going to happen next. Through the use of AI, you can be able to tell what is it that you think will happen in the next 3 months in the industry. We are able to try to understand the human behavior, the economic patterns, and they can be able to tell these are going to be the buying habits for the next 3 months. Our customers will be interested in this as we move forward. Initially, we used to have a limited customer view, but using AI, we can be able to profile our customers. We are profiling individuals, our customers, and giving them exactly what they want. If you are watching your TV from, let's say from 7 to 9, all of us that are watching that station will be viewing the same content, the same adverts, same programs, same everything, the same news, everything, because they're using traditional methods of marketing. They're thinking from a traditional perspective. What is it that our people want? What is it that we are targeting? If you log into AI-driven systems like TikTok, you find that they will tailor-make what you want depending on who you are. So the type of news you get, the type of content you get have been tailor-made. So you find that most of the time, all of us will be seated in the sitting room, watching news, but you're on our phones. That tells you that we are concentrating more on the phone and not the TV. Why? Because the phone can be able to tailor-make what I want, can be able to give me exactly what I want. That's how AI is able to drive out, or is able to make sure that you are winning your customers. What are these technologies? We are talking about something like machine learning. You find that we are getting a lot of data about who you are. As you create an account, we'll tell you as your age, your name, your age, where you come from. Sometimes they'll ask you about a level of education and such things. Then they will start giving you content. They will use that data and improve the targeting so that as they give you the content and make decisions about you, they have your information. The machine learning is so real time that as you start now typing exactly what you want, they are able to keep on improving and improving and improving. And you find that as you get some of these things, as you begin, they look so generic. In fact, you're like, why do people get addicted to this thing? You don't find it so much fun. But as you continue, within 3 months, 1 year, you find that you're so addicted than those you had said they were addicted. Why? Because they're giving you the exact content that you want. If they realize that you love movies, they give you that. What is it that you want, we give you. So machine learning is able to get a lot of data from you, your choices, your preferences, and then they're able to make decisions about you. What is it that we give this person that makes the person stick here? And they make money from him because you're the customer there. Another tool is something like the way we do ChatGPT, DeepSeek AI. You find that you're able to give a command, type exactly what you want, and they're able to give you something so professional. They're able to give you exactly the improved version of what you could have not said. You realize that our English is what we learned in school. It is not 100% perfect. But through AI, anyone can give you exact 100%, the English that is so perfect that you're able to understand exactly what they are saying. So someone is able to type all the mistakes and everything with his local language and such things, and then they're able to generate human-like text. You also find that today, you can use this facial recognitions that you can take your own photo, put it on an AI system, and able to detect all other photos that you have ever put online. So you can be able to see who is using my photos to open a Facebook account, who is using my photos or my videos to generate content. That is how AI is advanced. But as a company, you can be able to tell who is using our logos to do their own business. The other one is generative AI. The use of AI, you can generate a lot of images. You can take your photo, place it there, and then start saying, you give it a command, make it sad. They will be able to shape it to a sad look, make it jovial, make it this, make it that. So we are able to create content that is able to send a specific message. Even the text, you can be able to develop a text to your clients that makes you look appealing, makes you look humble. If you are collecting debts, it makes you look commanding. So you find that you're able to do all those things. It's not like the human like where you might type and it's not giving the exact tone that you want. So you find that AI, you cannot run away from it. You find that in marketing, one of the key issues is customer information. Because we use that information to segment our markets, to segment our clients. Do we use demographics? Do we use region, age, or what do we use? Do we use buying habits? So you find that AI is able to use real-time behavior to segment our customers. AI can be able to tell exactly who this customer is. If today I come to your institution, maybe you're selling a product. Maybe you're a bank and you're selling loans. Over time, you can be able to tell what type of customer am I dealing with? What type of loans is this customer interested in? So you're able just to send them the information about those products. If you're selling some other products that are physical, you can be able to tell in the last 3 times or the last 2 times you're able to buy this product, then we can be able to tell what is the buying range of this customer? What is the budget that this customer have? AI can be able to enable you to predict that because it uses that data and it's able now to personalize the marketing, the messaging. Key to marketing is messaging. So AI is able to personalize and be able to generate very unique message that can fit each and every individuals. And that enables AI to predict the user intent and customize offers. There's nothing as boring as when someone is marketing products that you're not interested in. You'll find a company has 20 products. Your interests might be 3 or 4 of those products. So if you have to be taken through all the 20 products, by the time maybe they get to what interest you'll be bored and you won't be interested. But AI is able to predict exactly what does this customer want. You just feed the information about a customer and they can be able to predict, market this, message this way. That's how important AI is. And an example is Netflix. It will be able to recommend content based on AI and how they have seen what are your preferences. Today, if you join a lot of social media sites like Facebook, if you search a lot about housing, you'll keep on seeing house designs, house design, house design. If you search a lot about politics, you'll develop content that is based on that. They're not like the traditional media house where they will give you general content for you just to enjoy. Maybe you're not even interested. They're able to tailor-make messages that are on based what you want. If you join YouTube today and you click home, you'll find that a lot of what they share to you is based on what is your taste and preferences. You'll find that 70% of what is there interests you. Unlike a traditional entertainment or a media house, that you'll find that what interests you might be 10%. You might find that in a whole week, you only watch 2-3 programs in the TV. So you maybe have a program on Monday, another one on Thursday, and maybe another one on Saturday. So all the other days, they have nothing that interests you. So you might even not be interested in that media house, or you're not interested in the TV. But when you join TikTok, you'll find that the content they're giving you is what interests you now. So you'll find yourself you're getting addicted. If you're addicted to Facebook, it's because the content they give you is what interests you. Of course, there are various tools. We are talking about something like dynamic yield. You find that they are able to give you what is it that they feel is what is in your area. They are not just giving you content. It's so dynamic that they're able to give you content that is based on who they think you are. Because dynamic yield is the ability of a system to develop contents and offers that are based on real-time decision making. But what is it that this client wants? What is it that interests him? So they're able to personalize. They are able to, it's able to tailor-make a message, the content based on what you want. It's able to segment, but the tool can segment you as a client and see, where do we fit this person? What exactly is it that would interest? So those are some of the tools that are being used by AI. When we talk about chatbots, we see that they are able to give you human-like conversations. Sometimes I see a lot of information being shared online, and someone will share a conversation with so and so and so and so and so and so. And as you look, it will look so real. But over time, if you are quick to check, you will see this is AI generated. Because it is so personalized, and you realize that the people we are talking to cannot even be able to generate such type of conversations because they are so ideal. The responses are so key to the message that is being passed. So you find that Chatbox is able to offer 24 hours support. They're able to keep on trying to get what is it that our clients are complaining about. What solution can we offer? You find that they're able to collect leads. You know, as a marketer, you have to understand the pipeline from a cold lead to a warm lead until you convert. So AI can enable you collect leads, and not only leads, convertible leads, warm leads that you're able to get a lot of warm leads. They're able to resolve issues that are being raised so fast in a way that you are able to move forward. Another ability of AI is predictive analytics and forecasting. AI, using tools like IBM Watson, is able to predict your buying behavior, is able to predict the market trends. That as you go to market to a certain demographics, can you predict whether they are going to be converted into customers? Do they have the ability? Do they have what it takes even to be interested in buying your products? AI can also enable you do a lot of in terms of pricing, because they're able to understand what is the income of how much is a disposable income that our target clientele have. Because you find that as you market, you have to market, and as you price, you have to price knowing how much your customers have. You'll find that the same pair of clothes that you wore that you bought 10,000, the same clothes, the same brand, is being sold to another demographics at 150,000. The same clothes is being sold to another demographics at 2,000. Why? Because they're able to know your buying behavior, their spending habits. So if they see you have a lot of disposable income, they raise the price. Also, in terms of inventory, you find that AI is able to tell you how much are we able to sell. It's able to develop that graph so quickly that you can be able to tell that how much buffer stock do I need at a particular time. Even when it comes to promotional planning, you are not just promoting all year round. You're promoting your products at a particular time based on your customers. If your clients are employed people, when are they getting paid? So you can be able to market so much around that time. You find that you can be able to generate a lot of content, to write blogs, emails, and even add copies. You find that when you find someone who is able to generate a lot of content online, and someone is able to write 3 paragraphs, 10 paragraphs, and someone is able to share 30 updates in one day, you're like, how is this person able to do all this? And there are no grammatical errors or anything. You'll end up to discover that they are just using AI tools to write all these things. They are using tools to generate graphics and videos. Sometimes the videos that look so real, if you dig deep, you realize that they are AI generated. They are not as real as you would have thought. So AI is here. And as a company or as an institution, is how do you maximize on the use of AI? How do you take advantage of AI? When it comes to social media marketing, because this is where AI is at the top here, you find that AI is able to detect what competitors are doing. It's able to detect trends that are in the market through social listening. It's able to give feedback. What feedback is it that people are talking about? What is trending on Twitter? Why is you're able to tell why are people complaining this on Xspace? It's able to understand the public emotions towards their brand. Sometimes you find that people are complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining. But there are these tools you can use. Something like Brandwatch that is used to monitor what competitors are doing. That you just need to feed the information about who are your competitors. And whatever they are doing, whatever people are talking about it, online, they're able to tell that these are things that people are complaining about our competitors. These are the moves our competitors are making. These are the adverts. Their last update attracted this number of views. These are the positive views. So you find that this is something you can also take advantage of. You find that AI is able to automate buying in real time. You find that one of the things that complicates marketing is that sometimes by the time you discover something, the target clientele have moved on. So you're developing products after customers are moved on. Again, you develop another custom product and after customers are moved on. That if you are an advertisement company, you are developing adverts or adverts are coming to you, or the way you are tailor-making your adverts is not as per what people want. So AI is able to give you real-time data. It is able to match the adverts with the right audience at the right moment. Trust me today, if you are planning to buy a house and you start searching, you're buying a house on social media, you look at housing pricing in, let's say, Nakuru, Nairobi. By the time you go to, let's say you have searched that on Facebook, by the time you go to TikTok, they'll be giving you a lot of information about housing. You'll be like, mejulia wapi? Because they are monitoring, they're able to monitor their competitors. You'll find that in every app you log into, they are giving you adverts that are in line with what you're looking for. If you want to buy land, you find that they are everywhere you go to, that is the type of advertisement they're giving you. If you want to buy, let's say, a car, specific type of vehicle, a Prado TX, you find that by the time you log almost to all social media platforms, they are giving you exactly what you're looking for. Why? Because they are doing a lot of hyper-targeting. They are monitoring you as a customer. They are monitoring their competitors. They are trying to get as much data about you as possible because they want to do a lot of return on investment. So you don't want to just place an advert where the people you are targeting are not interested. And you find that there are those platforms that are able to give you those tailor-made adverts. Google Ads, Meta Ads Manager. the trade desk. If you log into YouTube, as you watch what the content you're watching, you find that a lot of adverts that come along the way, most of it interests you. If you are a scholar, you find they're talking about a lot about universities. If you are a farmer, you find that they share a lot about farming. Why? Because it's hyper targeted. You find that when you talk about customer retention, how do you make sure that we retain the clients that we have? How do we make sure that we are not losing our clients? You find that AI has a lot of enhanced customer relations management systems. And they can be able to score the lead that you have based on the engagements. They can be able to tell how interested are you in this, in our products. They can be able to predict the sales insights. That by a specific time, you can be able to tell where are we heading? How much is this person going to purchase from us? When you talk about to nurture a lead, it's able to be able to call how are we going about it? What is it that we need to share with this client? What is it that we don't need to share at this time? Of course, there are these tools that I've shared here. There are many more that you can check on your own. The Salesforce, Esting, Zoho. These are the tools that are able to enable you. Because there are so many AI tools that you can be able to use to be able to, based on what is it that you're doing in the market. Who are your target clients? What is it that you think that they are interested in? When you talk about implementation strategy for businesses, to take advantage of AI, there are various steps, and I've shared 5 of them. The first thing you need to do is to audit your current data and tools. What current data do you have? What tools are you using? Audit them. Audit your clients, your system, your finances. Audit all that, because that is what makes you who you are. Then you have to set clear AI-driven marketing goals. How is it that as a company that is doing marketing, what is it that we want? You have to set goals. You understand where you are. Now you can say where you are going. You have to understand where you are first. Then understand where you are going. Then choose an AI platform that can be able to take you there, and also that you can be able to maintain. Because now this is where you cut your coat according to your size. Then train your team. Train the people you work with. Train them so that they understand. Then start, and don't start with so big things. Start just with small things. And as you move, you're able to measure outcomes so that you can be able to keep on increasing and increasing. So you start small so that you understand how AI works first. Don't jump in the middle of the ocean. Start from the beginning, move with the time, and you're able to tell where you're heading to. That way you can be able to reap the benefits of AI. Of course, with the AI, there are certain ethical concerns. You find that you are not the one who controls AI, but you share a lot of information with the system. So the question is, how safe is your data? So privacy concerns are there. You might share too much And maybe someone can hack in the system and see all your data. You find that, how do we ensure fairness? You find that the system can give you what you give it. Sometimes you might not be able to give extremely fair information. So there's a lot of bias. Also avoid a lot of full automation. When dealing with customers, giving a human touch, that as we send this message, try as much as possible to go through them, to think about them. Be able to give them that human touch. Let it be seen that it's not purely AI. So to be able to make it in AI, the most recommendation we give is you have to combine AI with human oversight for balance. You cannot just leave everything automated. You have to have someone to monitor that, to give them that balance that you need to be able to monitor, to humanize. Let it not be so robotic. Let it be humanized. So from what we are doing today, the key things that we can take home is AI is going to transform marketing from being reactive to proactive. As marketers, we have been reactive for a long, long time. We wait and wait and wait, and whatever comes is then we react to that. We also note that brands that take advantage of AI will gain competitive advantage because they're able to do a lot in a short period of time. And the last one is ethical and strategic use of AI is key to long-term success. But as you use this AI, be strategic, be as ethical as possible. In that way, you're able to go as far as possible. So that was the session. It has been exactly 1 hour. So for now, we go to questions and answer session. And I'm sure Eugene will be able to take us through this. Eugene, back to you. Eugene?
Thank you. Thank you very much for the wonderful session. I believe I'll welcome everyone for the question and answer session. If in case you have any questions, this is the perfect time. You can ask the question that you have. Any question? You can also type the questions that you have as we come to the end of today's training. Be sure to check on our website so as to be able to see what we are having next. We're having a couple of trainings, both free and the other one that are for professional development. We also provide customized training Yes, there is a question. There's a question. Anyway, accountants can improve their roles on AI. Mm, Frederick, perhaps you could take also for accountant and marketers. Hello, Frederick. There's a question that we can try and resolve.
Um,
Continue asking as many questions as possible. Yes, Frederick.
you find that in the modern times, accountants, marketers can take advantage of AI. And AI is so dynamic that no one has been left behind. Because AI is able to enhance a lot of accuracy, efficiency. And you find that as an accountant, some of the things that you can do to take advantage of AI is automation of routine tasks. You find that invoice processing can be done through the use of AI. You can automate that. You can automate certain systems. But these routine activities that we do on a daily basis, something like bookkeeping, you can automatically record transactions. You find that as you enter, as you're selling from, let's say, the customer side, that data, sometimes as accountants, you have to enter it manually. But you can automate that. The other thing that you can do and take advantage of, because that was automation, is you can do a lot of fraud detection, detect fraud. Because AI is able to detect unusual patterns or anomalies in financial data. And this, it's able to point out as potential fraud, that there's something here that is happening that is not normal. That is something that in real time we can be able to tell. Sometimes we are able to detect fraud as individuals, maybe almost 1 year later. Sometimes AI is able to detect that these transactions are so ideal. What is happening? So you're able to detect. Also, when it comes to forecast about cash flows, predictive analysis, and budget needs, you find that AI can enable accountants forecast on cash flows. That based on what we have been collecting as debt collection, what is it that we anticipate to get in the near future? You find that if you go into institution, you will find that we have a 30-day period when it comes to payment. But through the use of AI, you can be able to see that that is not happening. So you're able to predict that as you open these accounts, how often do you expect these people to pay? Also, when AI can perform a lot in terms of audit and risk assessment, you're talking about continuous audits and analyzing. AI is able to do that. AI can be able to give a lot of client advisory services. So accountants can focus on most roles and leave the routine things to a lot of AI. So accountants can and will take advantage of AI. They just need to get the common tools. There are so many tools that they can use to be able to take advantage of AI. You just need to go, understand your data, understand what is it that you want, and then you're able to get all those things. You have to move away from the use of a lot of about Excel sheets and manual data. You find that most of the time, if you're doing invoicing, for example, as an accountant, and you have to do it manually, you'll have to use your calculator so often because you have to keep on checking the price, everything. But with the use of AI, you're able to automate that. You can be able to tell that you're able to set the pricing, and it gives you automatic that once you set the system, that these clients buy this product at this amount. So when it comes to generating invoices, it will be so quick. You won't need to keep on going back to the system and adding data manually again, counter checking and such things. I think so. Accountants will take advantage and will benefit a lot from AI. Eugene?
Thank you very much, Frederick, for the wonderful elaboration on that. So we have come to the end of today's training. I have been able to direct on how we are going to download our certificates. We are going to click on the link that I have sent in the chat. Then we are going to use the code 204. The link is also available on our website, certificate. Just type certificates, www.capable.com, and we will be able to send you the certificates by 4 p.m. today. So that marks the end of the training, being that there are no more questions. So I'll give Frederick to give us our parting shot, and then we'll be able to end the training at this point.
Thank you very much, Eugene, for the participants. Any training is also a learning experience. You get the views of a lot of people. And even as we come to these trainings, we discuss a lot. It feels a lot, and I'm so grateful when we have a lot of participants coming, we train, we talk. And I know from today that as we live here, there's a few things we have learned about how we can take advantage of AI, how we can use AI not just for short-term gains, but for long-term gains. That we're able to see that how do we take advantage that we can gain a lot in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. And we're also now aware that AI is here to stay. That being said, I thank you very much. Thank you for showing up, and God will bless you. Asanteni sana. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Have a good afternoon. The link is on our website. So the Capable certificate. Then use 204 as your code. Just type capable.com, then certificate. Then it will be able to take you there. At your left, at the top right, you'll be able to see get certificate. Click the link, then fill the Google form, and ensure to put 204 as the link for today. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful afternoon.